So, guys, let me tell you about the second biggest scam in the world. Probably the biggest MLM scam in the world, which is dating hot girls. Dating hot girls is, in my opinion, definitely the second biggest scam in the world. And I'll explain you why. No, dating hot women is basically one of the most overpriced, over-exaggerated, overextended theses that, effectively targets only male, right? Who is interested in women. And the reason for it is that when you're dating a woman for, the sake of one night stand, you don't really care, honestly, how she looks, Let's cut the bullshit. You don't really care how she looks. Because at the end of the day, all the women's assets that they can actually possess naturally or further down the road achieve, right? They're almost the same. So when a person is basically buying a vehicle, a car, buying a vehicle for work, what the difference that actually makes if you try for, Toyota RAV4 versus you buy it for fucking G-Wagon, right? The difference is, of course, $125,000. And if you just buy the vehicle for the sake of driving it and going from point A to point B to work, effectively both vehicles are fulfilling the same need. The difference is that you're overpaying for the same need. You're fulfilling the same need by just overpaying something that is overpriced. If you apply the same strategy of trying to date hot chicks or just going out for one night stand, having just hot chicks versus having a normal chick, right? That's same exact scenario where you're basically forced to overpay, overspend, not only time, you overspend time because hot chicks require more time, more dedication, more nonsense, more talk, more going out, more entertainment. Everything is more. In the end, you will get the same exact experience. Sometimes it's actually less. I can tell you from my personal experience, I do have had experiences where, beautiful, princess lookalike chicks. The experience is not crazy. It's not what I was expecting, or most people just look at the chick will expect. So that's a complete bummer, right? And I can deal with chicks that are pretty average, nothing special, nothing particular. They give much more of themselves for what you probably expect to get, which is very, very funny. Considering that, like I said, at the end of the day, you're fulfilling the same needs at a reasonable investment in time, effort, emotions, personal energy, whatever. Why would anyone fall into this particular trap? Well, because this falls into the same premise of, buy the most expensive brand so people will think that you're rich or most successful of them all, which isn't. That's why the Gucci brand fell off completely, all the charts and all the stuff, because the people who start wearing Gucci are not the high tier people, are not even the mid tier people wearing Gucci, right? You look at the Prada, same thing. The Prada is heading the same freaking way, where all the lowlifes are wearing Prada and Gucci, and that's why the whole value of it was completely, was washed out. So if you understand what I'm trying to explain over here, is that identifying the value and the price you're paying for the value will give you the best possible outcome in any market condition. Remember what Warren Buffett said, right? Price is what you pay, value is what you get. So is it worth for you to spend $1,000 to have sex with a chick that pretends to be 8, which is, let's be honest, 6.5, where you can have, with the same time spent, probably the same investment, you can have 10 chicks, you can have sex with 10 different chicks, which are average 4, 5. And I genuinely believe, and I personally enjoy much more spending time with normal women, normal girls. I don't really enjoy going on this fake artificial, let's take a picture of the meal, let's take a picture of the place, take 17 pictures. That's another thing that freaks me out. We go out with some of these princess lookalike chicks. They take a picture of me here, take a picture of me there. You have to be like, so accommodative and this and that. I don't like it. The emotional investment overtakes the benefits from it. Like I said, in the end, you all get the same fucking thing. You don't get something superior. You don't get some crazy gymnastics experience, OnlyFans type of shit, right? No, you just get the same exact experience. Like I said, you can actually get much more. And you can get more in quantity-wise quality wise. Meeting more people, more women gives you better perspective, gives you more intellectual value, believe it or not. Every woman has a different story, she has a different plans, she has different experience, she is good in and bad in different things. You learn much more. So you're telling me you will have better night out, Saturday night out, going with one princess lookalike chick spending, $600. Unlikely for you to have sex with her on the first date. Unlikely for you to have a quality conversation. She's gonna be talking about high flying, scrolling through TikTok, taking 1,700 different selfies, pictures, whatever. Versus having a beautiful night out, maybe 10 different night out with normal chicks who work normal jobs or have normal expectations of life, and they will enjoy to do some crazy non-artificially self-checking scrolling TikTok perfected tagging events. If you really think about it, right? It's again price. Like I said, price what you pay, value what you get. I try to explain this many times, even to my friends. They keep asking me. At least I get this. At least once a week, I get this question. My buddies keep asking me, why I don't have girlfriend? Why haven't get married? Well, because I would not settle for nonsense relationship. Why would I put myself into this? That's complete nonsense. Considering, like I said, you can have so much experiences. You can a week. I'm not exaggerating. You can have at least one different chick going out, new chick, a day. There's so many different normal chicks I see. They're alone. They don't have nothing to do because the social media space is completely preoccupied the fake looking princess lookalike individual women, which the man said no, I'm not gonna sit for going out with these chicks. I'm just gonna go and try to hang out with OnlyFans princess on Instagram, and 150 men message the same girl, and she picks the one who donates the most, right? Nonsense. So don't fall under this superiorly overextended MLM scheme where more and more women boost the value, in other words, the price of other women, to make the whole princess lookalike society be more in demand. No, I would not go. Unlikely on date anymore or spending night out or going on events or taking some of this, because it's purely negative experience for myself. I don't know how is it for them, but for me personally it's just pretty annoying. So don't take this from someone who live in the busiest city in the world. So I can give you a very fair, honest judgment without exaggerations whatsoever.